This is John Thomas and Lady Jane, the second Lady Chatterley's lover, by D. H. Lawrence. Read for you by Paul Metcalfe.
Chapter 1. Ours is essentially a tragic age, so we refuse to take it tragically. The cataclysm's fallen, we've got used to the ruins, and we start to build up new little habitats, new little hopes. If we can't make a road through the obstacles, we go round or climb over the top. We've got to live, no matter how many skies have fallen. Having tragically wrung our hands, we now proceed to peel the potatoes, or to put on the wireless. This was Constance Chatterley's position. The war landed her in a very tight situation, but she made up her mind to live and learn. She married Clifford Chatterley in 1917, when he was home from a month on leave. They had a month's honeymoon. Then he went back to Flanders, to be shipped over to England again 6 months later, more or less in bits. Constance, his wife, was then 23 years old, and he was 29. His hold on life was marvellous. He didn't die, and the bits seemed to grow together again. For 2 years he remained in the doctor's hands. Then he was pronounced a cure, and could return to life again, with the lower half of his body, from the hips down, paralysed forever. This was 1920. They returned, Clifford and Constance, to his home, the home of his family, Rugby Hall. His father had died. Clifford was now a baronet, Sir Clifford, and Constance was Lady Chatterley. They came to start housekeeping and a married life in the rather dilapidated home of the Chatterleys. Clifford had no near relatives. His mother had died when he was a boy. His brother, older than himself, was dead in the war. Crippled forever, knowing he could never have any family, Clifford came home with his young wife to keep the Chatterley name alive as long as he could, on a rather inadequate income. He was not downcast. He could wheel himself about in a wheeled chair, and he had a bath chair, with a small motor attached so that he could drive himself slowly around the garden and out into the fine melancholy park of which he was so proud, and about which he was so ironical. Having suffered so much, the capacity for suffering had to some extent left him. He remained strange and bright and cheerful, almost, one might say, chirpy, with his ruddy, healthy-looking, handsome face, and his bright, challenging blue eyes. His shoulders were broad and strong. His hands were very strong. He was expensively tailored, and wore very handsome neckties from Bond Street, yet even in his face one saw the watchful look, the intangible vacancy also, of a cripple. He'd so very nearly lost his life that what remained to him seemed to him inordinately precious.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?